Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. So stick with me for the next couple of minutes while I unpack how to feel secure when you're actually feeling anxious in your relationships. So you can apply this to any relationship in your life. And I hope this does help you because anxiety floods us. It takes over us. It changes our whole physiological feelings in the body, but also our mind. And that affects our actions. So maybe you've been in this situation where you feel that anxiety creep up. You're talking to your loved one, and there's maybe some unresolved, unspoken things that have happened between you two. But you still talk to them, you're still in their presence, and you feel this anxiety creep up on you, this feeling, and you hold back. You don't express yourself entirely. You don't tell them your full opinion. In fact, you hold back. And maybe you sweep a couple things under the rug because you don't feel like you can tell somebody how you're really feeling or share your opinion. Or maybe you're somebody who has been through some difficult relationships and you're entering a new one and you find yourself feeling anxious when you don't hear back from them and you keep checking your phone, you keep checking your messages, you want to call them, but you don't want to seem needy. You don't want to seem overbearing. But your mind goes like on a runaway train and you start thinking of all the possible scenarios that could be happening, why that person isn't answering you immediately. Or maybe you're somebody who's in a relationship and there's been a lot of tension, a lot of fighting, and you're feeling anxious and stressed. And that anxiety and stress is making you question the way you're feeling, questioning if you're making good judgments or not in the relationship, questioning if or how you can change things or fix things or what's the right decision here. And so anxiety starts taking over your whole way of being. It's in fact not connecting you with others. It's keeping you away from being your genuine self, feeling comfortable saying things or expressing yourself in ways because you're uncertain how that person is going to respond. And for sure, there's a reason why this anxiety is there. There's definitely some things that have occurred within your past that has prevented you from opening up, from being able to express your feelings and what you're thinking and be able to allow people to understand where you're coming from and just be yourself. Anxiety is either looking too far into the future of possibilities that could happen because of your past situations, past experiences with others, or it's looking too much in the past and giving so much weight to what you've gone through that prevents you from feeling close and feeling safe with this person. So when you have that anxiety creep up, what feelings does it create in your body? I know for me, when I had extreme anxiety in my relationships, I would not be able to have eye contact with people. I would feel this nervousness travel from my stomach all the way up to my chest. I would start sweating. I would start having this dialogue in my mind, overthinking what I should say, or am I going to say the right thing, or will I say something to upset them? And it actually starts preventing me from being my authentic self, from feeling like I could just be myself, be relaxed, be comfortable in who I am, and know that that person will accept me no matter what they hear or say or see in front of them. And so anxiety really takes us away and makes us overthink and makes us, hey Rosalie, nice to see you. The anxiety really prevents us from connecting with people and is causing us to analyze, overanalyze, make judgments or no judgments. And it's putting out the worst case scenario. It's holding ourselves back from connecting genuinely with people. And so it's preventing you from having real connections, healthy connections, wholesome robust connections. In fact, it's keeping you kind of in this dark place, this social anxiety, that you've had, and you don't feel comfortable being yourself. Well, perhaps you've done some meditation on it, working through the anxiety, and it does work temporarily, but the anxiety comes back. Or maybe you've done some journaling or spoke to a counselor and you talk about the anxiety and you have a good grasp on it and you accept it, but it hasn't changed anything. You just have an awareness and understanding, but you haven't shifted it. There's many reasons to why this hasn't shifted by doing those things. It's because when we enter into a new relationship, or we're repairing a relationship, or we're trying to figure out the course of our relationship, we are still operating through our old thinking, through our old feelings. And what actually needs to happen is that we need to operate from a new way of thinking if we want to resolve things, or if we want this relationship to change, or if we want to enter into a new relationship not feeling anxious. We're operating in old anxiety that was there once, long time ago, preventing us or signaling to us, hey, this is perhaps something you want to consider when you're interacting with people. Don't allow yourself to do that again. Maybe they're going to, respond or react at you and you guys will get into a fight. There is a reason why that anxiety is there. And that is old programming, something that happened to you in the past that caused that anxiety to be there. And then because your mind, your subconscious mind, is there to keep you safe and prevent you from any danger, it causes you to act these ways, even though you have good intentions, even though you want this relationship or you want to start exploring to have relationships in your life. It will always show up there because of things that you've gone through in the past. So how do you curb this anxiety? We have to literally upgrade your subconscious mind. Thank you. I love this conversation because anxiety is a plague among society, and really a deep wound in society, and preventing us from connecting with one another. And so I really encourage you is to know that if you want this new result, if you want to have great relationships, if you want to attract the right relationships, if you want to feel comfortable being yourself, we have to look at why you're still operating in this old paradigm of the anxious feelings, the thoughts that are associated with who you are, and why you created this to really allow the subconscious mind to rewire the way you respond now. And they're just they don't serve you at this moment anymore, but they did then. But when you have evolved in your life to a point where you don't need it anymore, you want different outcomes, you want to change, you want to evolve, you want to grow your life, you want to shift it in ways that you dream about, having incredible relationships, having a great partner in your life, connecting deeply with your partner, then we have to look at why you responded or behaved this way in the past, how that came about, and give your subconscious mind new information. But we can't right now because you're stuck in the old information and you're bringing that to the new. So we really need to work with someone like myself who really helps you understand how this came about and give your subconscious mind new, fresh information, a new way of approaching this relationship, a new way of curbing the anxiety to feel secure within yourself, in who you are, and expressing yourself and being yourself. But because you haven't done it subconsciously, you've just gotten the advice, can't apply the advice. You've got the information, it sounds good, but I don't know how to change that, really change that, permeate it through my mind. It does start in the subconscious. So we have to change the way you've been thinking to new thoughts and wire them in. It's pretty much like a computer, your subconscious mind. We have to delete the old files. We have to disk defrag your brain, clean it up, change certain things, delete things that no longer are needed and need to be there, and install what you want. But because you've been operating in this program for so long, you need literally someone to help you change your subconscious mind. And it can be done really effectively in a short amount of time with the method that I bring to people, that I help people with. And when we reprogram our subconscious mind, we can never go back to that old programming. I mean, like once you update your computer, you never go back to Windows 10. You're in Windows 11 and you get used to operating in Windows 11, and Windows 11 is going to become new to you. And this is how you will now operate. That's the same thing we're doing with your subconscious mind. So no longer is anxiety going to keep you away from feeling secure in your relationships and feeling secure about yourself. But you can actually have thriving relationships, being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable with that person, knowing that that person has your best interest, or making decisions from a place of feeling secure, knowing how that person is impacting you, just making better decisions for yourself. Because when we're in that state of anxiety and stress, we can't think very clearly. Nothing comes to us. It's all clouded. And so we really need to change the way we're thinking, which changes the way we feel, and the outcomes and actions that come from it are also different. So if you want help curbing the anxiety, because anxiety starts from having anxious thoughts, then get in touch with me so we can actually discuss how the anxiety has affected you, not just now, but in the past, why it's still there, and find new ways to reprogram your mind so you don't have to feel anxious and can feel completely secure. Hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.